Governor Brown is pushing a radical idea tonight. In the not-too-distant future, he wants California drivers to use only half the gasoline they're using today.
KCAL9 political reporter Bryan joins us now with the story. And Dave, the governor rarely gives interviews. He spoke to you today about this idea.
He did. He'll be on the move next week, but this bill that he's endorsing in the legislature may be on the move as well. Governor Brown travels next week to an international climate conference. That's at the Vatican, where he'll meet Pope Francis. But the governor may also be keeping tabs on a bill in Sacramento that could make profound changes in the lives of all of us back here at home. As Governor Brown prepares for his trip to Rome, the debate over SB 350 is heating up, just like the climate change it aims to address. Brown fully supports the bill that would mandate, among other things, a 50% cutback in California's gas usage in the next 15 years, arguing that it's a prime factor in global warming.
We got a serious problem here, and burning oil and gas and coal and diesel is a big part of the problem. We've got to find new biofuels. We have to be more efficient. We've got a lot to do. And by the way, if we do nothing, the cost is unimaginable.
We think this is reckless legislation, and one that people certainly need to be aware of because it'll impact every single motorist in the state of California.
Critics charge the bill provides no specific plan to achieve the massive cutback in gas usage. That would be left up to the California Air Resources Board, which those critics, like the oil industry, say would have no limits on what it could mandate. The impact on Californians, they argue, could be devastating.
What are they supposed to do to get to work, to get their kids to school? What is supposed to replace all of this gasoline and diesel that's going to be taken out of the system?
Well, of course, the people who are going to sell 50% less petroleum are not only going to have questions, they're going to have a fierce, unrelenting opposition. So let's be clear about that.
Cutting gas consumption in half may be especially difficult in the LA area, where sitting in steaming traffic jams is a long-hated ritual. And the rapid transit system, while growing, is still decades away from being a truly comprehensive regional people mover like New York or Chicago have. And while the oil industry's been leading the charge in criticizing the bill, Assemblyman Roger Hernandez, a Democrat from West Covina, was quoted in the LA Times as questioning whether an appointed board should be making the rules for cutting gas consumption, charging the bill would give them a blank check and unregulated, unlimited power over the lives of Californians. In an interview, Brown asked in response, who do you want regulating gas consumption? The oil companies?
You saw what they did. What did gasoline go up 80 cents in the last week? Who's regulating that? Well, the companies were. So you can have a company regulate, or you can have an agency of government. You need an authority within government to set the conditions of survivability.
Well, the bill appears to be well on its way to passage, having already cleared the state Senate and a couple of assembly committees. And Governor Brown, who, as you heard, enthusiastically endorsed the bill, is expected to sign it. But the debate over how to cut in half California's dependency on gas by 2030 may be just beginning. Juan?